It's the Friday challenge.
Today's challenge is brought to you by Dude Ranch. With classic ranch flavours, Dude Ranch can be made into a dip, dressing or sauce, used as a dry seasoning on meat or potatoes, or even inside your creamy pasta. Enjoy today's challenge.
Hey guys, welcome back to another Friday challenge. Here we have the first Friday challenge of the year. Woo! Today what we were going to do is show you the hottest product this summer, Dude Ranch, and show you a range of different ways that you can actually use this thing. So it's not just a ranch dressing. What you can do is you can use this as a rub, cover them with potatoes, creamy pasta. It's pretty bloody versatile. Today I'm going to stick to a pretty simple recipe. I'm going to cook a mac and cheese. Now this recipe is straight off our Peppermint Club. If you don't know about the club, you should check it out. I'll add a link below, around here somewhere. But as you can see, super easy to use. So what we're going to do today is make this ranch macaroni and cheese, or ranch pasta it's called on the site. It's super basic, and what it actually lets you do is, if you do want to come in with any extra bits like bacon or chicken, feel free to add them in yourself, but I'll keep it nice and simple today. This one feeds about 4 people apparently, so what I'll probably do is triple it, feed about 12. There's a big crew here, so we'll make sure we feed them all up. First thing we want to do is, you'll probably get your pot of water on the boil. Pot of water, boiling, salty water with mangrove. Look at that, jumbo, fits in your handbag. Throw in our pasta. 250 ml. Yeah, probably about right. I've got macaroni today, or classic mac and cheese. So I've got small pieces, and then I got some rogue big pieces, so that might be quite cool. Cook it till it's al dente. I reckon it's gonna need 10 minutes. Yeah, about 10 minutes. And while that's happening, we want to get our sauce cooking. So essentially what we're going to do is cook this mac and cheese and combine it with a Dude Ranch cheese sauce essentially. I need to get the other cooking thing. Add butter to the pan. While pasta is cooking, add butter to a large pan and melt over a medium heat. And medium heat, check. Butter, 70 grams, so times 3 is 210 grams. I feel like it's a lot of butter. Yeah, I'm making a big pot though, so I'm gonna have to transfer this. Yeah, I'm gonna need a bigger pot. So transfer butter to pot. That was in the recipe. So when the butter's melted, what we're gonna do is add the flour in and whisk it till it combines. 1/3 cup flour, so we'll get a cup of flour. So the butter's kind of melted. What we're gonna do is slowly whisk this in. Check that out. What we've got is a nice smooth sauce-like texture. Right. So next thing we're gonna do is add our milk, which is 2 cups. So 6 cups. I'm actually just going to do 5 cups for now because I feel like that's a lot. Once that's looking smooth, let's be smooth for me. Dun dun dun, Dude Ranch. So now that's nice and smooth, add this bad boy in. Ooh, goodness. So 3 tablespoons, so we'll already do like 7. And now we're going to add some more mangrove. So a couple tablespoons going in here. Now I'm going to add in that 6th cup of milk as well because it's starting to thicken a little bit. Also, it's been simmering for a couple of minutes now, nice and whisked. What we're going to do is add our cheese and our sour cream on. It's about 4 cups because we're tripling. It's 1.5 otherwise. This is half a cup, so what we're going to do is we should probably do 1.5, but I'm just going to do a cup because I don't know if we have enough. Add in a little cup of sour cream. Give that a good whisk, get it nice and smooth. Really thick now. Talk about cheesy goodness, ranchy cheesy goodness. Oh man. Oh yeah, nah, that's actually me. Oh, beautiful. And she goes. Look at that, creamy mac and cheese. Let's grab this little bowl here. Check that out. Ooh. Feel free to add bacon or chicken or anything else you want to really add. This is a pretty basic recipe. It's pretty much like, what do you call it? A blank canvas when it comes to dressing it up. Or even just eat it as I've just shown you. Goes from chives, fresh from Tree's garden. Ooh, sprinkle those on top. Beautiful, look at that. Ranch mac and cheese using, Dude Ranch. What I will do is we'll throw this recipe up on Peppermint as well, so you can follow it along. Yeah, happy Friday. See you guys next time.
We've got Ella cooking. She's our new wholesale rep, so if you're a retailer, you'll be seeing her hopefully sometime soon. She's an ex-chef. Ex-chef? Do I call you an ex-chef? She is a chef. She's still a chef, but she's going to cook us some lunch. for a Friday challenge, we think?
We'll see. We're gonna make chicken pot pie today using the new Dude Ranch. So first of all, brown off the chicken. I've just got chicken thighs, but you can get chicken breast or even chicken tenderloins at the moment would be fine for it because it's gonna go in the oven so it can kind of break down. I'm making it for quite a few people. So I'm gonna make quite a big pie. So I've got around 750 grams of this was boneless chicken thighs, but you can use, like I said, breasts or anything else. So it can go in there and get that all browned off. So you're just wanting, it doesn't need to be all the way cooked because it's going to go in the oven anyway. But basically I've got it and it looks like that. It doesn't matter if there's some pink bits. Just going to put it in a bowl. So it doesn't matter if there's a little bit of like, it's caked on the bottom because we're going to cook it off. Chuck some butter, about 50 grams to start with. And we're just going to melt that down and then cook off the vegetables and make kind of like a white base sauce but without the milk. We're going to use chicken stock instead. Grab one onion, I've just roughly chopped it. You're going to saute that off in the butter, and at this point I'm going to use some man grind. It just helps to bring the flavour into the base of the sauce. Salt helps to break down onions and it will cook down a lot quicker. So once they start to soften, you can add in, I've just got some veggies to go in that I've also pre-cut. Carrots and celery and potatoes, but you can use any kind of vegetable that you want. You could even put some frozen peas or frozen carrot if you want in as well. And you're not wanting to cook them all the way through, you're just wanting to get them coated in the flavours, and then we're going to add some flour and Dude Ranch at that point and go from there. So everything is starting to saute and soften up a little bit. We're next going to add in the Dude Ranch and a bit of flour just to thicken it up a bit. So 2 good, maybe even 3 good tablespoons around the same flour. So equal parts Dude Ranch to flour. And you want to just coat all the veggies in that. Start to look a little bit like this. So it's a little bit thick. It's got a bit of texture on it. You want to cook the flour out so it doesn't give you that gritty kind of mouthfeel. So you want to cook it out for about another 5 minutes or so. And then you just want to go in with a bit of chicken stock. You could use veggie stock as well. Chicken or veggie, it doesn't really matter. And just bit by bit add it in. So add a bit in, give it a stir, and then add a bit more in. You want it a little bit saucy. I've added about 450 mils of chicken stock. If you think you've gone too thin, you can always mix a bit of corn flour with water into like a blurry they call it, and add it in, and that will just like thicken it back up. It's currently looking like this, and it's just bubbling away, which will help to start the cooking properly of your veggies. I'm gonna add in the chicken. You want all the juices, that's where all the flavour is. So you might find now that it's too thin, and then you can add in some corn flour if you want, but the more you cook it, it should start to thicken up. So it's been simmering away on the stove for maybe 10 minutes just to thicken up. And so again, it's still bubbling, but it just looks like that. Bit of thickness in it. Normally I would just take it off the heat, let it cool a little bit. Even if you can, put it in the fridge for 10-15 minutes. I'm a bit pushed on time, which is fine. So we're just gonna put the pastry on top, all in one pot, super easy, very little dishes. So I've just got some puff pastry. We're just gonna cut, you want it to kind of come up the sides because it will shrink when it cooks. And just push it to the sides. Just like so. So we're going a little bit rustic today. With a knife or a fork, you can just poke little holes in it to let the air out, and then if you can get eggs in the supermarket, use eggs to brush it. Otherwise I've just got some milk that you can brush on top. So yeah, milk or eggs, it's not too big of a deal, just all over the pastry. And then I would put this in the oven at 180 for about half an hour. You're just wanting the pastry basically to cook and the last little bits of cooking done on the vegetable. Everything else should be fine. 180 for about 30 to 40 minutes. So it's come out of the oven, nice and golden, nice and cooked, smells really good. That's how I've used Dude Ranch.
Dude Ranch, classic ranch flavours in the most versatile form, a jar. I don't know why anyone's got me making this because it's not very hard and the instructions are on the back of here. Our favourite is to mix 2 tablespoons, 1, 2, with a 1/4 cup of mayo, best kind. But you know, if you take the lid off, you get a star shape. Better living, everyone. A 1/4 cup of sour cream. 1 teaspoon of white vinegar. I thought it was going to say lime juice. White vinegar, the same as balsamic Chardonnay vinegar. It smells yum. And then you just mix it. Cam! Can you come here? Is this a Friday challenge? I just talked to Cam I thought I was just making the dip for fun. Turns out this is the Friday challenge. And the Friday challenge was just supposed to do something not by following the instructions, and I've just followed the instructions. So now I have to figure out how to use it. BRB. All right, I'm back. Just had a quick conversation with some people, brainstorming, and someone suggested I should make coleslaw with Dude Ranch. I'm like, yeah, I can see that. I can see that working. So I thought I'd go down and get my usual, you know, bag of coleslaw that doesn't have the dressing applied, and then, you know, you could just make this into a dressing and dress the coleslaw. But the stuff weirdly that I've got has like come with dressing already applied to it. I'm just gonna go wash the dressing off. So you get coleslaw and you just want to like maybe loosen it up a little bit with citrus or something, I don't know. Just get some through your coleslaw. Not bad. So the first thing that comes to my mind when like I'm thinking of coleslaw is, you know, it's like chicken buns, the classic. So you get yourself a nice little bun. This is pre-steamed, pre-softened, and you just want to, it's actually like a perfect slider size. So we want to start with just some of our coleslaw on here. You just need some chicken as well. So you just get some chicken and you just want like the good parts of this chicken into your bun. That should be enough. For good measure, we actually get some more of our ranch dressing on there. Dude Ranch coleslaw in a chicken bun. Enjoy your afternoon. Happy Friday. Buy some Dude Ranch today. It's actually not too bad.